Ladies, I want you to feel enough because you are enough. Hi, I'm Zahra. I'm a nutritionist and a life coach. Today, I'm going to be talking about abundance. We'll be going into 5 practical strategies that you can use today to shift your mindset from scarcity to abundance. Have you ever felt like no matter how much you achieve, it's never enough? In a world that constantly pushes us women to do more and be more and have more, it's easy to feel like we're always falling short. But what if I told you abundance is not about having it all? It's about feeling that what you do have is enough. This mindset completely transformed my life, and it can transform yours as well. Now, one of the biggest reasons people might feel limited is financial anxiety, and I get it. And it significantly impacts not only your mental well-being, but your physical as well. This constant stress keeps us in survival mode. It keeps us thinking that the world around us is always lacking, and as a result, we are always lacking. And it actually blinds us to see the abundance that already exists in our lives. It's like the opposite of rose-tinted glasses. Instead of being blind to all the negatives and seeing only the positives, these tinted glasses transform all the positive into lack. And we must remember, we didn't start seeing the world in this way on our own volition. This was programmed into us. And it's not just because of the current financial landscape. I'll go more into that a bit later, because I do believe that we all have hope. This scarcity mindset, this loop of feeling not enough and not having enough, it narrows our focus and it makes us fixate on things that we lack. It becomes a mental obsession to the point where you don't see anything but the lack. So when our brains are hijacked in this way, we don't actually make decisions in a smart way at all. We start making decisions based on scarcity, based on desperation and stress, and we don't think about the long-term consequences of things. I know this can all sound a bit like doom and gloom, and I'm not trying to frame it in that way, because I totally get it, and I've been in that situation before. And trust me, when you're in that hyper-fixated mindset, the world does feel like doom and gloom. The things that you used to enjoy as a child, when you didn't think about money or finances, when you didn't think about not having a big house or not having that shiny car, when you didn't have those worries in mind, do you remember how much you used to enjoy just relishing in that play and that curiosity? The world didn't feel scarce to you. Sure, scarcity still existed, but all you could enjoy was the abundance of joy and happiness. This is the mindset that allows us to experience the possibilities. When you see a leaf on a tree, you don't just think about climate change, for example. You start thinking about the intricacies of nature, about how the tree has its own network, about maybe what fruits might be growing from the tree. And these questions and this mindset is actually so natural to us that when we become disconnected from it, we feel not enough. It's kind of like a catch-22. When you have this scarcity mindset, you're not connected to that part of yourself that's naturally inclined to see the possibilities in life, to see the abundance in life. With an abundant mindset, you start seeing things from the lens of hope and possibilities. You start expecting positive things to happen. You start looking forward to new and exciting times because they're just around the corner. We start feeling generous with our time, generous with our energy. We start to go and explore. We explore the world. We explore our inner world. A scarcity mindset does not allow us to do that. It's a very stagnant way of being. So I'm going to get into 5 practical strategies that you can use today to shift your mindset from scarcity to abundance. Number 1 is gratitude. This gets talked about a lot because it works. Gratitude journals are so popular these days. You don't need a dedicated journal just to feel thankful. What gratitude does, it allows us to shift our focus. When our focus is shifted, our feelings shift. And when our feelings shift, our mindset changes and our whole physiology changes. By noticing all the things that you do have, you start to feel thankful for them. You start to enjoy the abundance present in your life. It actually physically rewires your brain. The second shift that makes a huge difference, but is not easy to do these days, is limit your access to media. When we're exposed to so much social media, we start seeing other people have all these things that we don't have. It starts to reinforce this idea of scarcity. And to be honest with you, it's not true. Those same people are probably lacking things in their life that you do have, but you just don't see it. So when you see this kind of content that triggers feelings of inadequacy, frequency, limit it, whether it's blocking that person, unfollowing that person, not going to that website, not joining that group. You know what the right thing to do is. Make that decision. The third mindset shift that absolutely works, and this is something you can do once a day, once a week. It's a super powerful practice, and that is visualizing your abundance. When you imagine a life where you feel fully fulfilled and you feel fully content, what does that look like for you? Have you ever actually gone deep into that? Instead of focusing on one little thing that you could have or that thing that you don't have, what if you had all the things that you want just for a moment? What is that feeling that triggers inside you? Now, the body does not know the difference between what's happening in the mind or what's happening in reality. So when you start going into this visualization, the body automatically thinks that you're in an abundant reality, and you're going to start making decisions from that mindset. That's how you manifest that reality. The fourth mindset shift that you can make is actually inspired by Mel Robbins, if you've ever heard of her. She talks about the high five technique. This might sound a bit silly, but when you go to the bathroom and you look in the mirror, and you can do this in the morning or anytime you go into the bathroom, you literally high five yourself in the mirror. And while you're doing that, you're actually thinking to yourself some positive affirmations that feel true to you, like, I am enough, and I am good enough, and I can take care of myself, and I have everything that I need to look after myself. I have all that I need. What this does, it shifts your internal dialogue, and with that high five, it solidifies it into your mind so that next time it becomes an automatic thought. So even when you subconsciously might be going into negative mindset, this brings you back. So you start getting automatic positive feedback loops in your mind. And the fifth and the last mindset shift that you can make is connect with community. While we're on this topic, I'd like to say that I do have an exclusive Facebook community called Unleash Her Wellness, in which I share weekly videos covering topics that women generally feel a bit scared to talk about, but they're really important to talk about. Things like gut issues or hormonal health or different types of emotions that we might be going through. This is a group that's going to allow you to feel more empowered every day and the ability to ask questions in the community. Not only that, you get to connect with like-minded women. You can also request video topics, and I would love to support your growth. If you've ever tried any of these techniques, I guarantee you when you combine all 5 together, the shift that it's going to make in your life, it's going to start making you feel more content. You're going to start feeling more inner peace in your life. And not only that, you're going to start exploring and connecting with people in a way that's going to feel so fulfilling to you, because you'll be able to go deeper into whatever you do. There's not going to be a scarcity block stopping you from going deeper. So if you're ready to find peace and fulfillment in your life, let's find joy in the present moment, like Eckhart Tolle says. If this message resonated with you, please like and subscribe, and let me know in the comments below which one of these mindset shifts is your favorite. Ladies, I want you to feel enough because you are enough. I look forward to seeing you in my next video. See you next week.